Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, May 9th, 2025. We've been coming to you with songs and blessing and community, learning and friendship since March 18th, 2020. That's almost, a lot. It's good to see all of you here. Thank you, Penny. It is broadcast 1300. Adele and Michelle, Tracy and Susie, it's good to see all of you. Tara, Boker Tov, Linda and Siona, Boker Tov, Shabbat Shalom, friends. It's good to see everybody here. Let's greet each other as we have for more than 5 years every single weekday, and from that, we'll derive inspiration to go right into Shabbat. Arlene and Linda, David and Sandy, Amy, Haley, Janice, and Deborah, good morning. Anava, good to see you. Hi, Jonathan. Deborah and Barbara. Barbara, it is your brother Rich's birthday. Happy birthday to your brother. Stanley and Catherine. Jerry, good to see all of you. All right. Friends, let's say hi to a few more people before we get started. This is such a precious part of what we always do. Diane, nice to see you. You and Stan are both on. That's something. Okay. Hi, Corinne. Yes, it is an early Pesach Sheni. Good morning, Marcia. Good to see you. Hi, Julie. Okay, let's take a breath, sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Jack, sending you comfort on the loss of your beloved friend. Hope that you feel the comfort from all of us. And friends, it's good to be together. Today is broadcast 1300, and it is also day 581 since October 7th. 581 days of absence and hurt, especially as Mother's Day is coming this Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in our community, and comfort and strength to the mothers who are awaiting. Today's Torah is deeply inspired by a friend and a teacher of mine, Rabbi Tali Adler, who teaches at Hadar. She is writing the Torah commentary that gets published every week for the yeshiva, for Machon Hadar, and it is extraordinary. Her voice is always profound, and this week I found such deep wisdom in her writing. So let me set the scene, and then we'll talk a little bit of her Torah, which I think is necessary in this world. Parshat Acharei Mot and Parshat Kedoshim, two Torah portions that we read this week. There's a lot in it. We've discussed a lot during this week, but something that we haven't looked at is what tradition tells us connects this Torah portion to Yom Kippur, which is its core idea. Parshat Acharei Mot and Parshat Kedoshim both have the instructions for the sacrifice that the high priest would bring. So that's literal. That's just right there in the Parsha. But tradition says that that happened in response to the command, as a response to the Egel HaZahav, the golden calf. Meaning, the building of the Mishkan itself is considered connected and an atonement for the sin of the Israelites when it came to the golden calf. And one of the things, and here we're going to enter into Rabbi Adler's brilliant analysis, here's where we connect Aharon and God. Aharon, the very first high priest, and God. Remember Aaron's part in the story of the golden calf, the Israelites, Bnei Israel, who are terrified because we can't see Moshe anymore. He's taking too long on the mountain. The Israelites rebel and get Aharon to make a golden calf. And it's always been strange to think about how Aaron, the high priest, could be the very one who creates an idol. Perhaps that's why a life of service is an ongoing atonement for him. But what is important to understand is this moment is a grievous wound on God, as it were. The sin of the people was profound in God's experience. And so atonement on Yom Kippur is in many ways meeting God. And that's in the book of Exodus. The book of Leviticus has a different core story. The book of Vayikra, Leviticus, includes not just the sacrificial system, but also the death of Nadav and Avihu, Aaron's sons, when they came too close to the holy. And the wounds there are not God's, as in the Egel HaZahav. The wounds there are the wounds of Aaron the high priest. And think about what this means. In this one moment when Aaron, in this week's Torah portions, enters as close as possible, as anyone has ever gotten, to the holy, the wounds of God after the golden calf are there because that's what the Mishkan, the tabernacle in which the Holy of Holies, where Aaron finds himself, is found. God's wounds are present. And remember that Aaron is now, Aharon is now close as anyone has been to God, carrying his own wounds in the very place where his sons died. And I want you to hear Rabbi Adler's words. Let these in to your deepest places. In this room, Rabbi Adler writes, away from the crowds, Aaron and God's relationship shifts. Here in this moment, they are more than deity and high priest. They are wounders and wounded. They are two who have suffered at each other's hands. They are two who know all too intimately just how dangerous and full of pain the Torah's project to bring together humanity and the divine can be. We do not know what, if anything, God and Aaron say as they stare at each other through the cloud of incense. But in that moment, we can imagine a silent agreement. Forgiveness is too flimsy a word for it, maybe because all has already been forgiven. Maybe because some things are too much to forgive. Instead, there is determination. Determination that they will continue in the stands, God and priest, for another year. Determination not to walk away. And underneath it all, belief, or even more faintly, hope, that through this coming together again and again, one day, they might begin to heal. I cannot say enough about the power of Rabbi Tali Adler's Torah, especially as a gift for all of us who carry wounds, because who doesn't? And to stand in silent agreement to not walk away. Friends, we are in a world, both because of a political ecosystem and social media algorithms and the intensity of our everyday, where we think every issue is the issue, and every response must be reactive and screaming in order to be heard. There must be a way to live Rabbi Adler's wisdom as she channels this encounter between God and Aaron, both of whom are hurt. I offer this to us not with a ribbon to tie up our tensions, but as a gift, because here we are, time and time again, wounded and wounding. Please God, less and less of that for each of us, but it is true, especially our sisters and our brothers in our homeland, where the wounds are abundant. The inner wounds that we cause, the outer wounds that have been caused, responsibility within the tribe for doing better, responsibly as a tribe for protecting us more soundly. Let us commit, friends, to model the kind of behavior that could mend this relationship, not answer. And please God, one day may Rabbi Adler's wisdom also be reflected where she says, perhaps, forgiveness is too flimsy a word because everything has already been forgiven. Past forgiveness, hope. I bless us, friends, with the wisdom of Rabbi Adler, the wisdom hard-earned of God and hard-earned of Aaron, our teacher. May we take this very seriously and see each other, stand quietly near each other, find a way just not to walk away until the day where we can achieve healing. I'm proud, as Arlene says, that UJA tries to do this work in the world through places like the Brooklyn Hub, the Queens Hub, in Israel, out of Israel, with Jews and non-Jews. But let's start really hyper-local, just one person to the next, committing to be quiet and to not walk away. Let's take a breath. Let's send our hearts on this 581st day since October 7th and recommit with passion. And it's not so flimsy, with hope. Bring them home now. Let's get ready for Shabbos and sing. Sing from your heart. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot alpayim להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, friends. See you on Monday.